Hey everyone, it's Lissette here. Welcome to my channel, you guys. I was so sick. Honestly, I had this video ready, I want to say for a couple days, and I just couldn't get around to physically doing it. Of course, you already know we're going to do my nails. I have a really fun idea for this video. And if you remember in my last video, I did this backdrop, but honestly, I am not loving how it's looking behind me. I feel like my head is so freaking large. It's covering the LGNPro name sign, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I am thinking about maybe sliding my table a little bit closer to the wall, but I don't know, we'll see. So I have these two packages that I want to show you guys before we even start, so let's just get right into it. One of these packages is from like 3 weeks ago. It's from Nail Reserve, and I actually lost it for a little while, but I finally found it. So my apologies, Nail Reserve. This was actually for their Black Friday sale, if I'm not mistaken. So every now and then they send me colors to show you guys. And for this package, it is 5 new colors. Is it new? I think they're new colors that they sent me. This color is Lonely Romance, which is a nice gray color. I think this is the second gray that I have from them. Next up, we have Alone Together, which is a really pretty blue. Floating, which is a soft pink. And you guys know me, I love me a pretty pink. Next up is this gorgeous red, which is called Who Loved You Better. Last color, which is probably my favorite, is called Temple. Temple is a black with glitter inside of it. It is such a gorgeous color, super pretty. I do have a promo code for Nail Reserve, so check the description box so you guys can save some money. And we're moving on to the second package. Now, this package is from Amazon, and I purchased it. And you guys are probably going to be like, what the hell is this, Lissette? But you guys, listen to me. This is an idea that I had in my head for this nail design that I want to do today. So these are scrap pieces of, I want to say, what do you call that? Like sheepskin. And each one is different. It's a different color. It's a different texture. And like I said, since these are scraps, they sell them like in a bundle, and it's just like random pieces of whatever they have left over. And I want to say it was like 15 bucks. And honestly, I did not need as much as I received, to be honest. You're going to see how much I use. And I don't know if it was a waste of money, but I definitely only used like a small little teeny piece of this material. So flat out, we are going to do some UGG nails. This is my inspiration for this nail design, you guys, and I had this idea for so long. So honestly, this particular piece was like the closest thing to it. It was this one and another one, and I did not want to cut up my physical UGG just to get the little fur. So yes, I invested in getting this scrap. So that's why I said maybe it wasn't, I don't know if it was worth the price for me to get it, because honestly, I didn't even use, I used like a smidge of what I purchased. I ended up taking out these 3 colors to also create the nail design, which is Cinnamon Roll, Eternity, and then Each Day to, you know, create the nail look. On top of that, I took out both of these. This is like molding clay that I got from Amazon. Yeah, I use it so much, I'm almost empty. And then I got this one. It's called Gypsum. It feels like a clay, but almost like a sandy texture. I end up using this and I end up regretting it, honestly, and you're gonna see what happened. But yeah, I ended up pulling those 2 out. So these are my nails as usual, looking crusty. Honestly, I didn't want to do too much, so I just went in really fast with a sanding band, a 180 sanding band, and just removed the shine. Now, I had just recently did my nails when I did this video, so that's why I didn't want to go too deep into like cuticle prep and all that good stuff. But once I do this step, like I said, this is a 180 grit nail file, and I'm at around like 5,000 RPM. But once I finish doing this, I do go in with the peel off base coat, because like I normally do, I usually pop my nails off after I do the design. But you guys already know, don't put a peel off base coat if you want your nails to last. You go in with your dehydrator, your erase. If you like using primer, you can go ahead and go in with some primer. I don't like using primer. My base coat pretty much has the primer inside of it, so it's up to you guys if you want to use primer or not. But yeah. this is my steps for how I do my nails when I want to pop them off. For this nail design, I'm going in with the extra long coffin C-curve nail tips. This used to be my go-to nail tips. Now I have so many other nail tips that I'm just like in love with lately. I don't know. This one and the coffin, I think, are like my two favorite. You made this one and coffin. This coffin and stiletto, is probably my two favorite shapes. Anyway, I'm going in with my rubber base coat. I'm applying that to the entire surface. And then I am going to cure that in place. I use no glue. I like to use my rubber base coat to adhere my nail tips. And of course, once I glue them on, like flash curing them in place, I do place my hand inside a full-size lamp and do a full cure for 60 seconds. At that point, you would go in and file these, like you would blend the tip into your natural nail plate. I'm kind of skipping that step because I already know for a fact these are just going to come off anyway. But you guys file the tip into your nail plate to get it a little bit more seamless. I'm going in now with more rubber base coat and I'm applying this to the entire surface of the nail from top to bottom. Once I do that, I do again go ahead and cure that for a full 60 seconds. This is another method to avoid having to file the physical bottom part, like the tip. A lot of the times, you know, hard gel does not like to stick to the tip, so either you file it or you can just apply my rubber base coat like I'm doing here and do a full cure, and it's going to act as a bonder so your nails does not separate, your tip does not separate from your gel. It's going to stay stuck just like glue. Color choice of hard gel, we're going in with the brown orchid. This color is such a pretty color and I don't use it enough. It is a deeper, darker, richer color, but still a nude color. I don't know, it's a weird color, but it's pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to apply that to all of the nails from cuticle to tip. This brush is the number 6 flat brush. Is it the flat one? Yeah, so this is the number 6 flat brush, and I like to add a wet layer first and then build on top of that. If I do need more, I do like to cure in between and just add more layers as I go. Flip the nail over if I need to let gravity do its thing and just cure. Once I have all of the nails fully like done, since I'm going to be continuing to like flash cure throughout, like me trying to build the structure and the strength of the nails, I do like to put my hand in the lamp for a full 60 seconds just to make sure everything is fully cured and hardened. And then yeah, and then we move on to filing after that.
You're taking the words from me. It's like I forget to speak. You're stuck in a circle of thoughts. Just give me your therapy. And I couldn't stand to believe it. And I do no wrong, I just leave it. She likes to change with the seasons. She likes to change with the seasons. Me, myself, and Irene. We don't see the same no more. Always switching on the home team. I swear, man, I've been here before. I'd rather bet it on me. You slept on me way too long. Get your blankets off me. Get your blankets off me. You're a mess and my mind is racing. Everything stops when I gotta chase it. Figured you would bring me up, but you started with me down. Couple steps that are miles wasted. Take a red eye, say you can't erase it, but I'm always showing up. Every time you break down, you're taking the words from me. It's like I forget to speak. You're stuck in a circle of thoughts. Just give me your therapy. and I couldn't stand to believe it. And I do no wrong, I just leave it. She likes to change with the seasons. She likes to change with the seasons. Me, myself, and Irene, we don't see the same no more. Always switching on the home team. I swear, man, I've been here before. I'd rather bet it on me. You slept on me way too long. Get your blankets off me. Get your blankets off me. Don't wanna be on a map no more. You can't see where I'm going. We approach an intersection with no ground, it's lost connections. Days turn to weeks, I'm a mess, yeah. But God knows that I need a lesson. If you could take away all the pressure, way less depression, I can't impress you. You're taking the words from me. It's like I forget to.
From here, I'm going in with my nail cleanser, and this is going to remove the sticky layer that's on the surface. I don't know why a lot of people get confused and think that the nails are like still wet and they're not cured. Well, they are fully cured once you do a full 60, and then it is still gonna have a tacky layer on top. You just need to clean that with either alcohol or nail cleanser. But yeah, it's definitely cured, so don't worry about it. I'm just going in like normal with my 180. No, I'm lying. This is still, if you remember, I have a whole bunch of these nail files. This is from Nail, what are their company? Oh my god, Not Polish. Oh my god, I forgot what they were called. This is from Not Polish. This is a 100 grit nail file. Now this is extremely coarse, so just be careful if you are using a 100 grit. I do suggest using a 180. Hard gel is not like hard to file. It's super easy to file, so you can definitely over file by mistake. So just be careful when you are filing and using a rougher, coarser grit nail file, you know. So I'm going in with this. Like I said, this is a 100 grit only because this is all I have, and I am trying to run through it before getting other nail files. So I'm going on the side walls, the free edge, over the surface, you know, just shaping them up a little bit more, perfecting it and making it look beautiful. I am going to go in with the drill, but I like to do the hand file first. For the nail drill itself, it's from Melody Susie. I do have a code with them. You can go to the description again, and I have everything linked there. But this is my drill bit. You know, I have a full drill bit kit on the website, LGNPro.com. If you didn't know, that's my brand. This is the fine tapered drill bit. I'm going around the cuticle section and just kind of perfecting it. I do go on the tip a little bit because I don't like my physical tip to look thick. I do like it to look just like slightly thinner, so I do go in and the bottom, just shape that up a little bit. But for this, I am at, I want to say, I think this at this day was 20,000 RPM. I fluctuate. Sometimes I do 23, sometimes I do 20, sometimes I do 18. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel and what the nails is looking like that day. This day, I'm pretty sure I was like around 20,000 RPM. And like I said, I'm just focusing on that cuticle section and the tip, just perfecting the shape. From there, I'm going in with my white buffing block just to perfect, like smooth everything over. And this I got from Amazon. A lot of the stuff that's in my nail room, like decor, my table, my lamp, my light, all of it, if I'm not mistaken, is from Amazon. I do have a full list. If you've seen the last video, you would know that I redid my room. So go check out that video if you haven't seen it. But I had the whole backdrop, you know, what I did with that in that last video. And then I did update the Amazon storefront, you know, to show you guys what I used and all that good stuff. But from there, this is what the nails are looking like. I'm gonna go in with my nail cleanser and just cleanse over the surface and just removing any kind of dust and all that good stuff. But I was loving how they were looking. I love this color, such a pretty color. Now back to these Uggs, you guys. I'm over here analyzing it, seeing how I'm gonna do this. Like, I had this idea in my head for so long, and I don't know, during the whole process of me doing the nails, I had like a lot of mixed feelings. Even with this bow part, I didn't have ribbon for it, so a lot of the stuff I kind of had to like wing it. But yeah, you're gonna see. So I'm starting off with the cinnamon roll color, and I'm just gonna paint all of the nails that color. I end up doing one coat, and it was enough. I just wanted that as like the background color. I am not the best at painting, so yeah, this took a while, but obviously editing it, I made it look a lot faster than what it was. Just know I was 5 times slower than what this video shows. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in with that color, and I'm gonna apply that across all the nails and then do a full cure for 60 seconds. This is where I mess up. I end up applying this gypsum glue or gel or whatever you want to call it. This is supposed to give like a grainy textured look. I was hoping that it was going to make it look and feel kind of like the surface of Uggs, but I don't know. So this first layer, I was kind of happy with it, like the texture, felt of it, or feel of it. But yeah, I quickly, not even quickly, I'm not gonna say that, I ended up doing this across all the nails. What I should have did is I should have did one nail first and then, you know, move on to the next step and see if I liked it. But no, I ended up going with this. I rubbed it in with my finger really lightly. Like I said, it gives off like a weird grainy texture, and I thought that would be good with this whole theme, but it doesn't work. So don't use this. If you're trying to create something like this Ugg nail, don't use this. Avoid this. Whatever you do, don't do it. But yeah, I ended up putting this across all the nails, and then I do cure it in place. It's not even like I didn't cure, I cured it in place, so I couldn't even wipe it off, but whatever. Put it on all the nails, and then I cured it for a full 60 seconds. I ended up taking out this color, Spicy Sahara. This says Nail Addict. It's still Nail Reserve. They had rebranded, so ignore the Nail Addict logo. But I ended up taking this one, which is like a yellow. I kind of wanted to go in with the Cinnamon Roll and Eternity color with this Spicy Sahara and kind of do like a textured look to it. So yeah, you're gonna see I quickly figured out I don't like it. The textured underneath from the gypsum, I want to say, I don't know if they call it gel or glue, I don't know. It doesn't look good. I did not like it at all. You're gonna see I struggled, and I was not even struggling. I was just not happy with it. It was just looking like a pile of poop. I even tried to use like this little spongy tool thing. I think I got this from Temu, and I was just trying to blend some of those colors together just to give it a little bit of texture and dimension when it comes to the color. I knew for a fact that I didn't want the color to look flat, so I'm over here dabbing the Cinnamon Roll, the Eternity color, and then the spicy Sahara color. And honestly, like I said, I don't know, like I wasn't feeling it at all. I definitely think the gypsum like paste thingamajig that I put on really threw me off. It was looking like diarrhea to me, to be honest. I was not happy. I was so pissed off. But after a while of me trying to kind of like fix it and dab it, add colors here and there, you're gonna see I just wipe it off, like the color, and then I end up just filing it. I file the nails smooth because yeah, I wasn't happy with it at all. I wasn't happy with the texture. So when I finally gave up and I finally felt like I was defeated, I just went in with the buffing block and started buffing over the surface, and I buffed it as smooth as I could. I didn't want to go too far down, so I did have a slight little texture on top, but I think helped, like buffing over the surface a little bit definitely helped the texture of the nails. Yeah, it was so bumpy before, and doing this kind of like minimized the bumpiness. So I was a little bit more at ease once I filed it, and then I went back in with those polishes again, excuse me, and you know, just tried to add some of those different kind of colors back in. Again, I used the brown. I think I even used a little bit of the white just to kind of mix it in a little bit. And like I said, just try to give it a little bit of dimension, different kind of color scheme, and you know, trying to make it look like Uggs. It still kind of looked like a diarrhea color, but it was looking better in person. Okay, this is the modeling clay. Again, I got this from Amazon. Now this is another part that I was not happy with. Even towards the end, like the final result, I'm still not happy with this particular nail, but I left it in because just to show you guys, you know, like it is what it is. Like I was like over it, and I don't know, this day I was struggling. I think this is like the first day that I was feeling sick and out of it, and like my brain wasn't working properly, so I was having a hard time with these nails. And then on top of that, my kids was in the room because one of them was sick, so he was like sitting behind me as I was trying to record and like focus doing these nails. But anyway, I took out that sculpting clay, and for this I'm going to focus on the pointer nail. And for Uggs, they have like this stitching where they stitch the material together, and I kind of wanted to replicate that on the pointer nail. And for this I'm focusing around the perimeter, and then I also do a smile line. And then I take out, you know, my little tool to kind of give those stitching lines effects. And it did not come out how I wanted to, you guys. I know it looks like crap, but I left it because I needed to get these nails done, and I was struggling. I think at this point I was already in it for like 2 hours and I was like, it should not be taking me this long to do these nails because I already had the idea in my head, so it should not be taking me this long to try to accomplish the look I'm going for. I was so frustrated. So I know this nail looks like crap, but it is what it is. Anyway, so I focus around the perimeter, and then I just, like I said, you know, smush it down, try to do the little line work for it, and then I just cure that in place. For the ring nail, I end up using more of that molding clay or modeling clay, whatever you want to call it. I ends up creating the physical logo, like the patch that's on the back of the heel. And again, I just mold that into place. I do use a tool again to kind of create what kind of tool did I use? Oh my god, I forgot what it was called. It's like a silicone tool, a art tool, whatever. And I kind of just like try to sculpt that into place and also engrave the UGG logo in the middle. And once I do that, again, once I was happy with it, I cure that for a full 60. Once I cured that into place, I felt like the colors was just like off. I don't know, so something was wrong with me, but the molding clay did not sit well with me. So I went back in with more of those colors and kind of just like dabbed it in on top of the logo, as well as that pointer nail, like that's supposed to mimic the stitching. So I just went in with that and I started dabbing it with that tool just to kind of get, I don't know, just to make it look a little better, I guess, in my eyes. I don't know, looking at it now, the beige or cream color of it doesn't really bother me as much on the pointer. So maybe I should have left that one as is, like the color, but I don't know. For this, I just went in with those colors and kind of just blended that in a little bit. Just make it look a little bit like, you know, the colors of the nails. Still light, but you get my drift. I don't know. Let me know what should I have left it the cream color. I don't know, let me know. Once I did that, I went in with my matte top coat and I did top coat across all of the nails. I try to do it as thin as possible, and honestly, when I top coated it, I thought I was going to feel a little bit better with how they was looking. And I don't know, it definitely gave off a different look. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. But anyway, so I did this matte top coat. I tried to do it as thin as possible. I didn't want to do too much because, you know, when you add a little bit too much top coat, so like let's say a section or like a corner, like it puddles too much, it looks like a cloudy grayish, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. So I tried to do a really thin layer, especially when it came around these sections of like the 3D parts where I took the modeling clay. I wanted to make sure that nothing was puddling or like there wasn't too much product. So once I did that, I did cure it, and you guys, look at my freaking face. I was not happy with how it was looking. I was so like, ugh, like what is happening? This is not how it's supposed to come out. Look, so funny, so very funny. My son was in the room with me, Tristan, and I even asked for his opinion. For the middle nail, is it the middle nail? Yeah, for the middle nail, I wanted to do a bow. Now, I do not know where I got this string from. Honestly, I had this for years and I have no idea where I got it from. But when I tell you this was the hardest freaking thing to do, I wanted to do 3 bows. And to do 3 bows mini, I struggled. Oh my God, did I struggle so much? I could not do it. Oh my God. And then it was like my fingers was getting twisted. You know how you get tongue tied? No, I was getting finger tied. Like I felt so dumb trying to do this. So you're gonna see. And then I didn't want it to look bulky. So when I tried to do like a regular knot, like a bow, it was looking really bulky and like the knot was too thick. And when I tried to like match it to my nail, it was just so high and like hovering over the nail. It didn't look cute at all. So real quick, I was just like, you know what, let me just try to like lay the bow on top of each other instead of trying to do a physical knot. And then I used crazy glue, well, nail glue, to kind of like glue everything into place. But this probably took me a good half an hour just to do 3 little freaking bows. So yeah, I struggled when I did this. So I ended up taking out my Bling It No Wipe Rhinestone Gel, and I do 3 little dots exactly where I want the bows to go. But once I did that, I did go ahead, I cured that into place. And then once I cured it, I did go back with a some scissors and kind of like snip the ends of the bow, so it gave it like the diagonal look, you know, to make them look a little bit more prettier. But I did make sure that I fully cured it, and I did kind of like tilt my finger to the side when I was curing it on both sides. So I did angle my nail in a certain way when I was curing it. Okay, so for the fur, you guys, I used the smallest amount. So I first had this type of fur and I was looking at it, and I don't know, I wasn't too pleased with how that particular fur was looking. So I did opt and switch out to the more like lighter one that had like a more of like a curly texture to it. So I did that. I cut a little bit of pieces, and honestly I was gonna cut it like a strip, but the material was really thick and I was not liking how that was gonna look, and I only wanted a thin strip down the center of the nail. So I did opt to take you know, little pieces at a time when I was doing this. And to glue it down, of course, you already know me, I used my Bling It No Wipe Rhinestone Gel. I went down the center of the nail and I took those little cut pieces that I cut and then I just glued them on. And this again was kind of hard because it wasn't laying how I wanted to. So yeah, this nail design really gave me a hard freaking time. So this is the final look, and honestly I have mixed emotions about it. I think the overall concept kind of came together, but it's definitely not the look that I kind of wanted the final outcome to be. If you know me, I'm really hard on myself and I'm critical on everything I do. So yeah, this is not my best work, and I know that. I know I could have did so much better, but you guys let me know what you guys think of this nail look. I tried my best, and if you want to try it, please tag me because I would love to see what your take on UGG nails would look like. I probably would do another kind of design like this, maybe a different color, maybe a gray version. I mean, it's still kind of pretty and you kind of get the idea and concept of it, of what it's supposed to be. I think the overall outcome of all of the nails together looks a lot better than when I started. But you guys let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love ya.